It's funny, isn't it? We invest in all these fancy CRMs, these systems that promise to make managing customer relationships a breeze.
Sometimes it feels like they just add another layer of complexity.
Exactly. Instead of simplifying things, you're stuck battling clunky interfaces, wrestling with data entry, and jumping through hoops just to send a follow-up email. It's enough to make you want to chuck your computer out the window. So today, we're diving into something that caught my eye. AirCircle's pitch deck. They claim to be revolutionizing the CRM world with something they call a generative CRM. And get this.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the catch?
Well, they're tackling a problem you might not even realize is costing businesses a staggering $4.6 billion annually. That's billion with a B. Apparently, setting up a traditional CRM can set you back anywhere from $3,000 to a jaw-dropping $450,000.
Wow, those are some eye-popping numbers. And I'm guessing that's just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Sadly, yes. We're talking months, sometimes up to 8, just to get fully up and running. It's like launching a whole new product just to manage your existing customers.
Right. And don't forget the hidden costs, the consultants, the data migration headaches, the endless employee training sessions.
It's enough to make you want to stick with pen and paper. No wonder AirCircle is asking in their pitch deck, is this a big enough market to care about?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rhetorical question, right?
Right.
But it really highlights the sheer scale of the problem.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, AirCircle projects the CRM market to reach $248 billion by 2033. We're talking massive, massive market size. It's clear there's a real hunger for something better, something that actually solves the pain points of traditional CRMs.
Okay, so we've established there's a multi-billion-dollar problem ripe for disruption. So how does AirCircle propose to solve this with their generative CRM? What does that even mean? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Well, it's not just about slapping a new coat of paint on an old system. AirCircle is talking about fundamentally changing how businesses interact with customer data. They're bringing in some cutting-edge technologies like this thing called a customer data platform.
Customer data platform. Okay, break that down for me. What is that exactly?
Imagine a system that acts as a universal translator for all your customer information. It pulls data from every corner of your business, your emails, your spreadsheets, your social media, everything, and organizes it in a way that actually makes sense.
So no more switching between a million different apps just to get a complete picture of my clients. I like where this is going.
Exactly. It's about having a single source of truth for all your customer data.
Okay, that makes sense. But how does this generative CRM actually learn and adapt to my specific business? They mentioned something called a knowledge graph LLM agent in the pitch deck. Is that the secret sauce?
It's a key ingredient for sure. Think of it as an AI assistant that constantly analyzes your customer data, looking for patterns and insights.
So it's not just storing data, but actually understanding it.
And the more data you feed it, the smarter it gets. Let's say you're a sales manager. This agent could analyze your team's performance, identify the most effective sales strategies, and even suggest ways to improve your close rates.
So instead of just giving me a bunch of raw data, it's actually telling me what to do with it. That sounds incredibly powerful, but also a little intimidating.
That's where the structureless data store comes in. And no, it's not as complicated as it sounds.
Okay, good. Because at this point, my head is spinning a little bit. Structureless data store. Walk me through that.
Basically, it means the system is incredibly flexible. It can handle any type of data you throw at it, no matter how messy or unstructured it might be. So as your business grows and changes, your CRM can evolve with you, effortlessly incorporating new data points and formats without skipping a beat.
It's all about agility and adaptability then.
Yeah.
I like it. But how does all of this translate into tangible results? How does it actually help me close more deals or build stronger customer relationships? Where's the rubber meet the road moment?
That's where the CRM LLM agent takes center stage. Think of it as your secret weapon for customer engagement. This AI agent analyzes all that data we talked about, spots patterns you might miss, and provides actionable insights.
Okay, give me an example. Paint me a picture here. How would this actually work in the real world?
Let's say a customer just downloaded a white paper from your website. The CRM LLM agent picks up on this, analyzes their past behavior, and suggests the perfect follow-up email, maybe even drafts it for you.
So it's like having a mind-reading assistant who knows exactly when to nudge a lead and what to say. That's impressive. But even with all this fancy tech, can they actually pull this off? I mean, the CRM market is a tough nut to crack. There are some seriously big players already in the game.
That's true. It's not like they're just strolling into an empty arena, right? They've got competition. So what they're doing, it's interesting. They've got this phase plan laid out in their pitch deck. Phase one is conquering the world of business contact management.
Ah, so starting with the basics.
Yeah, started with that zero effort engagement loop that they keep talking about.
Zero effort. You had me at zero. I am all for anything that makes my workflow smoother. But how do they actually plan on pulling that off?
Well, they're not starting from scratch. They've already got this mobile app in the market, and they're using that as a kind of a starting point. The idea is to build on what they've already got, make the tech even better, and attract users with an experience that's, really smooth and intuitive.
Okay, so start small, prove the concept,
Yeah.
smart. What about phase two? What does that look like?
That's where things get really interesting. Instead of trying to replace those big CRM companies, AirCircle wants to integrate with them. They become the AI sidekick.
So instead of going head to head, they're offering an upgrade, like an AI-powered boost for the CRMs businesses are already using.
Yeah, exactly. In their pitch deck, they call it being a co-pilot, adding that AI intelligence to what's already there. It's a pretty clever move, I'd say.
It makes a lot of sense. It lowers the risk for businesses that might be hesitant to, you know, throw out their entire CRM system.
Right. And it gives AirCircle access to even more data so they can refine their algorithms. But make no mistake, their end goal to be the CRM. Phase three is all about AirCircle becoming the central hub for all customer data.
Okay, so playing the long game. I see. Connect all the data points, get that 360-degree view of the customer.
That's it. They want a system that pulls in data from every single customer interaction, website visits, email, social media, you name it, even offline conversations. That's the kind of comprehensive view they're going for.
And then what? They've got this treasure trove of data. What's the end game?
Phase four. Time to unleash the full potential of the generative CRM, a system that can adapt to, well, pretty much any business situation you can imagine. Constantly learning, always evolving. It's a bold vision, to say the least.
Ambitious, for sure. But let's talk money for a second. Can AirCircle actually turn this vision, this big dream, into cold, hard cash? They're up against some serious competition, companies with a lot of money.
So they're projecting $100 million in annual recurring revenue by year 7, according to their pitch deck.
$100 million. Whoa. Okay, now you're talking. But how do they plan on scaling up that quickly?
It's a multi-pronged approach. At first, they're really leaning into this freemium model with their app, trying to get it into as many hands as possible.
Classic move. Everybody loves free, right?
Exactly. Build a user base, generate some excitement. But of course, eventually you've got to convince those users to start paying. So that's where their direct sales team steps in, going after businesses that are ready to upgrade to the full AI experience. They're also looking at partnerships, integrating with a bunch of different data sources, making their platform even more valuable.
Creating a network effect.
Yeah.
The more data they have, the more attractive they become to potential customers. Smart. But still, $100 billion in 7 years, that's incredibly ambitious. What are some of the challenges they might run into along the way?
Well, like you said, the CRM market is seriously competitive. There are some heavy hitters out there. Companies with a ton of resources and established customer bases. And AirCircle has to keep up with the AI development curve. What's cutting edge today could be old news tomorrow.
It's true. AI is constantly evolving. It's like trying to hit a moving target, but the target's getting smarter at the same time. And what about user adoption? Not everyone is eager to jump on board with new technology, especially in the business world.
Absolutely. They've got to build trust, especially with something like this, where you're entrusting your valuable customer data to an AI.
Yeah, data privacy is a huge deal these days, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And AirCircle is talking about bringing together a massive amount of customer data. How do they plan on addressing those privacy concerns?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, it's crucial to their long-term success. AirCircle absolutely has to be super transparent about how they're handling data, what they're doing to keep it secure, and they might even need to look into privacy-enhancing technologies. Building trust is just as important as building cool technology.
I completely agree. Data security and privacy are non-negotiable these days. So AirCircle have their work cut out for them. They need to prove themselves both with their technology and their ethics.
Yeah, they've got a lot to prove, but the potential payoff is huge. This could be a real game changer, not just for CRMs, but for how businesses interact with their customers on a fundamental level.
Imagine a world where your CRM isn't just a tool, but a trusted advisor. It's anticipating your customers' needs before they even know they have them. It's like having a mind-reading sidekick who also happens to be a data crunching machine.
Right, and that's really what a generative CRM is all about, right? It's not just about managing data, it's about building those customer relationships, understanding those needs, creating those personalized experiences.
The possibilities are huge when you think about it. I mean, imagine the impact this could have on something like healthcare.
Absolutely. Think about it. Personalized care plans based on real-time data. Doctors getting alerts about potential health risks, maybe even before they become serious issues. It could be revolutionary.
Or even in something like e-commerce. What if those you might also like suggestions actually, were useful? Like, what if they were actually based on what you actually like, what you need, based on your past behavior?
No more scrolling through pages of useless recommendations. I'd be all for that.
Sign me up. But, at the end of the day, this all comes down to trust.
Trust.
Yeah. Trust from businesses, from consumers. Can we trust this technology?
That's right. Businesses have to be confident that their data, their customer data, is being handled responsibly, ethically, securely.
And consumers, I mean, we need to feel like our data is being used to actually make our lives better, not to be, exploited.
It's a delicate balance, for sure.
Definitely. It's a fine line. And it'll be interesting to see how AirCircle handles that as their technology develops, as they grow their brand. They've got to be transparent.
Oh, absolutely. Transparency is key. They need to be upfront about how they use data, about their algorithms, about how they're making sure their AI development is ethical. That's how you build that trust.
Exactly. It's not just about the tech, it's about the principles behind it.
100%. If they can do all that, if they can build that foundation of trust, then AirCircle, they might really be onto something special. They might really revolutionize the CRM world.
AirCircle paints a pretty compelling picture of the future, but what do you think? Are generative CRMs the real deal, or are they just, another tech buzzword? Will those traditional CRM giants, the ones with all the money and all the power, will they adapt? Or will they get left behind in the AI dust? One thing's for sure, this race, to win over customers, to win over their hearts, their minds, and their data, it's only getting more intense. It's going to be fascinating to watch it all play out.
It's a pivotal moment, that's for sure. And whatever happens next, it's going to have a huge impact on the CRM industry. But as always, we'll be here to break it all down, cut through the hype, and help you make sense of it all.
This deep dive into AirCircle and their vision for the future of CRMs has been quite a ride. They're definitely aiming high with their generative CRM. And whether they succeed or not, well, only time will tell.
They're taking a big swing, that's for sure. It'll be exciting to see where they land.
Absolutely. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. And until next time, keep exploring those innovative ideas and keep asking those tough questions.
And keep learning. See you next time.